I have to say that this is the first time I am paneling something of this nature in terms of the mix of people who are sitting over here. And it's most inspiring. Everything that they think, everything that they're doing. So we're going to do it in a manner of allowing these ladies to give you a sense on how they're sitting right at the trifecta of being made in India, catering to women or addressing women as a target audience, as peer, and finally, how does this all lead to some kind of a social impact on our country, on our lives? And I really want to call Dipali to kind of kick off the conversation because we all thought that what she's doing is really cool.
Thank you so much. So basically, the idea behind Sakha Cabs is to have a platform for women and provide them livelihood with dignity options. So we are a cab services 24 by 7 operational currently in New Delhi and NCR. But what sets us apart is that we are the largest in the world in terms of the number of women we have trained for driving skills, as well as the number of women we have placed. Thank you, but the number still continues to be humble because globally, all enterprises in this area do continue to be small. So that's all about Sakha Cabs, by women, for women services.
Thank you so much, Dipali. Thanks so much. And yes, so now you know why she kicked it off, right? Really cool. So I'm going to request rather, Anisha to give a sense of what she's doing here.
So, for those of you who don't know, MyDala is my company. We started it 6 years ago. It is the largest couponing network in India. We do about 6 million voucher coupons monthly. So, and we reach about 50 million unique visitors on a monthly basis. So it's fairly big. I wish there was actually a trifecta and the social angle that I could put in there. You know what is interesting is about you can see the change happening, even in the users that we cater to. So about five years ago, the skew was heavily male. It was about 70% male. And now what is interesting is to see how the power and the balance shift is happening. And I hope this starts happening on the professional and entrepreneurship level as well. But on the user level, we're seeing that happen, where the shift is actually now 60% of my user base is women. They're the ones who are actively buying. So clearly there's a shift happening, which I hope, because I read this really dismal stat about there's already very few professional women in the workforce, and about 50% drop off after their first job on a junior level, stating family as reasons. So I'm hoping that what we're seeing in the users and customers is more so the effect that we'll see soon this side as well.
Okay, and I'm going to now request Pooja to just add to that. Pooja, again, is a complete non-for-profit organization, and what she's doing is also really cool, actually.
Because as a healthcare provider, I think a nation's well-being is the state of its people's health, more than the GDP and other stuff. So initially, when we started providing prosthetic services to people who'd lost their limbs, we made affordable replicas of what was available in the West, but soon realized that the user profiles in the West and in India were contrastingly diverse. Most people in the West lost their limbs to diabetes, vascular disorders, and they were in the age group of 60 plus. The patients that we see here are all 20 to 40 and mostly have lost their limbs to motorbike accidents or train accidents. So clearly the same solutions could not work for such diverse groups. And that is when we started Make in India, much before the government made it a mission. And this was like in the 70s. So now we are making the Jaipur Foot, which is a totally indigenous design, the process. And as far as women go, it's a very sad state because according to the latest census reports, there are 26.8 million persons with disability in the country, of which 37% are women. Now, in my practice, during the last 27 years that I've been doing this, I have never seen more than 8% women in any year coming to us, which means they are there, but they're not reaching us. And my mission is to go out there and reach these women, or maybe go a step further and actually find them, because they're not getting the services they need, and they are leading a role-less life confined to their homes. So this is what I do. And
yes, of course. Thank you so much, Pooja. So, Shivani, Akanksha, whichever one of you would like to speak right now?
All right, so I basically started Fab Alley. For those of you who don't know Fab Alley, it's an online fashion brand for women, which we started about 3 years back. And how actually I started was it was a very woman-oriented, consumer-led demand kind of a thing, because I felt there were very few large Western wear fashion brands in India, catering specifically to the Indian woman, made in India. So there were a few international brands, Zara, Mango, Promo. However, the kind of clothes in terms of the body sizes, the climatic conditions, what women wear in India were very different. They weren't definitely making for India, and that's where we kind of came in and said that we're going to start something for women, by women for women in India. So I feel that in India, a lot of women kind of grow up trained to be to live a certain way, to follow stereotypes, to not do something, to not wear a specific thing, to think they're going to look dumb if they wear something, so on and so forth. And that's something which we kind of want to pick and ask women to unfollow everything that they've been trained to follow just because you live in India and you're a woman. Today, impact women in India and take that forward. So that's about us.
Really cool.
I run Eval Design, which is a tiny startup. We're about a year and a half old, and we're in the business of measuring things. So, basically what we do is we measure the impact of education programs. So we work with governments, with corporations, with CSR initiatives, or with nonprofits, in using data to give them feedback on how their programs are performing.
All right, thank you so much. Now you notice what I meant, that it's a very diversified set of people that is sitting over here. The only thing common is this mixture that these are all companies in India. These are all companies that have something to do with the women TG, but it's very difficult to be a company in India and not have something to do with the women TG, but still, these are also companies that are empowering or enabling the women TG to be able to achieve or do something better.